Hi there, I'm Lester Say with Morris Interactive, Principal Consultant of the Business Development.
And I'm Brandon Harris, COO of Peter Lucas Project Management.
And we're here to talk about digital transformation in potash mining.
So before we get started, I'd just like to make a quick acknowledgement that CIM Expo 23 is taking place on Kinyakahaka traditional lands, which I'm told is a place of meeting and exchanging ideas going back many, many years. And so it's very fitting, I think, that we are here today and sharing with everyone here. Lester and I come from Treaty 6 territory, the traditional homeland of the Métis in beautiful Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So before we get too much into the background, we'd just like to share with you a quick video that kind of explains the program better than we ever would be able to.
There's really no opportunities in my community for anything entry level. Everyone who lives in my community just either moves away to get schooling and moves back, or they just move away completely.
I'm really excited to take this program because it'll give me an opportunity to build a career for myself.
This program is an absolute game changer.
It touches my heart really very much to see so many young people coming into the industry with potash mining. And I think the students here that are taking on this course, it'll change your life.
We're very excited to see all of these outcomes that we know are going to happen.
Mining's fun to work in. It really is. So if we stick to our core values of safety and protecting the environment, we'll have a lot of fun.
The Digital Transformation and Potash Mining program is the only one of its kind in Canada. This is a unique program that was developed specifically for the potash mining industry with young Indigenous people front of mind. We have developed it with a holistic perspective on the mining industry, and everything that goes into this course is designed to maximize the students' success.
They're doing a lot for us. We're going to be having interviews with Mosaic. Overall, it'll help our career moving forward.
This course is amazing because it just shows people that they could start from the bottom and work their way up.
Benjamin's a good teacher. He makes it fun, it's not boring, or, everyone looks forward to coming to class every day.
The students can expect to learn a whole bunch of different skills that are required in the mining industry.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Safety being number one is the number one value in the potash mining industry. They will be learning a whole bunch of interview skills, a lot of self-confidence building, understanding the whole potash mining industry from stardust to crop nutrients.
So we have Devin, Bryce, and Christian going underground on their electrical tour. Justin and Janine decided on scaffolders today, right?
Our industry partner is Mosaic. They're providing full 2-week practicum where the students will be able to tour and learn about all the various jobs underground and on surface.
And you see stuff in movies, you hear stories. It's beautiful like a sauna, and it's awesome.
Just seeing the guys do all the work and seeing how things is done down there is pretty cool.
I just understand more and more about potash and what it's used for, how it's used and how it's produced, and how it comes from underground to up on surface and goes through the mill.
An opportunity like this is really nice to have as an Indigenous person. There's not really many opportunities for this, and the fact that we have this, that's almost exclusively for us. I'm excited for the future and all the careers that it opens up for me. And I made a lot of friends along the way as well.
Students are very engaged. They're on time, all the time, every day. Our primary measure of success is not simply how many students complete the program, it's how many graduates use the tools and confidence they've developed to secure fulfilling and meaningful careers. Their success is our success. Seeing the transformation of their lives and how it impacts not just them, but their families, is why I do it.
I am proud of him, and I couldn't be more happier for us right now.
My brothers and sisters, my friends and family, especially from up north, to come take this course because it opened up so many doors that I didn't have before.
When they gain a good, well-paying career, it's the whole community that benefits.
It's really cool just to actually inspire my people, and then also watch my people inspire each other and just prosper.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Our original story begins from about December 22nd, not about, dead on, just December 22nd, 2020. We got the nod from IMII, which is the International Minerals Innovative Institute here in Saskatoon. And they represent all the large mining companies on the innovation side in terms of people being members of it. And they awarded us an opportunity to produce a curriculum designed for digital transformation in potash, and we began right then and there. It was fulfilling lots for us. They were our foundational sponsor, so we are grateful to IMII for what they've done to help us get to the point we are today. The 4 pillars that really I want to speak to on this slide basically are industry, supply chain, Indigenous communities, and of course us as a facilitator. And it took all 4 in a big way to make this come together. And I would say that formula might be our secret sauce, and we have relationship and have developed relationship with all 3 of those pillars, including the communities. As I said, Mosaic is a large potash supplier. Cowessess First Nation and their team were the fundamental communities that we started with, and of course supply chains today represented here by Peter Lucas, and there are several more. So that's us. So the program itself, a little bit about the actual development of the curriculum, etc. It started with the creation of a textbook and all the modules that would be produced in order to make that happen. We hired an instructor who had been very, very well versed in the mining industry in terms of instructing Indigenous youth, and so we did underground surface tours was also a part of the program, or is a part of the program. Virtual reality and gaming components ended up being a key part to the digital transformation component, which young people nowadays have a really, really good handle on joysticks and all the tools for robotics. And to be able to apply them to the industry today was something that we wanted to make sure that we get across. So it's actually built in throughout the whole course. They're using all those tools. The mine-specific digital resume development, Brandon will speak to that, because as a supplier to the industry, that is one of the things about Peter Lucas is that they have developed prior to anything that we had done with them a digital resume concept, and Brandon will speak to that. Job search tools and interview skills, of course, are fundamental to the course. And it's very, very helpful for them to become really, really comfortable. I know that the students themselves, when they start the course, they're very shy people for the most part. And at the graduation, you wouldn't even recognize them. They all get up in front of the microphone and, they're thanking our instructor, they're thanking their families for coming. And it's almost a tearjerker to see the how far they came in 10 weeks' time. We also have a physical and mental wellness component to it, and almost a daily component to our course is we have a company that comes in and talks about physical and mental wellness and actually goes through a process with them. And, in our short surveys that we do with the students, that's one of the things that they really, really like. And of course, it's a moving target. We're going to be continuing to add more components to the course as we go forward. And one example would be financial literacy. For one full day, where we would have a financial institute come in and talk about financial literacy built on something as simple as the use of an ATM and how do you save money and all the kind of things that I wish I knew at the end of grade 12.
So on the strength of the quality of the program, and you saw in the video, the students speaking of the outcomes and the effects on themselves, their communities, their families, the program has really, really grown in demand. So the first course was offered in the winter of 2022, participation in the form of applicants had doubled by, more than doubled by that September with the Gabriel Dumont Institute edition. And then the most recent edition, which is kind of broader Saskatoon, is just underway right now. But again, more growth in applicants. So the program is kind of essentially stayed the same size, but we have more and more people requesting access to that material. And I think that really speaks to how the impact that it's having on some communities and industry. So I'm here representing supply chain, and I wanted to chat really quickly about supply chain opportunities for programs like this and for other similar programs. So for us, I know that in our contribution and support, it's providing some sustainability to the program, but there's a lot that we get back, and a lot more that we get back than we are contributing, which I'm really excited about. So, for a smaller supply chain business, it gives us a chance to kind of bolster our Indigenous engagement and support. It's really, really important for us in, meeting the call of action 92 in equitable access to employment in particular, but also equitable access to education, which, the financial supports that we're making to the program, I think is a meaningful contribution there. But for us, like in our business, providing that equitable access to the roles within mining, the sustainable employment, the growth opportunities, the career pathing is where this program really, really shines. So outside of that, we also just have an opportunity to collaborate with other organizations in the potash mining supply chain that share our values, share our commitment to meeting those calls of action and connecting with other industry players as well. So as I mentioned, we made a financial contribution, and Les kind of touched on it very briefly about an in-kind contribution that we're very proud of, and that's creating digital resumes for all of the students that are in the program. So it's a little bit of a twist on what we normally do, but as our day-to-day work, but allowed us an opportunity to provide better opportunities for these students to find employment after the program was finished, and kind of indefinitely into the future. So we're really excited just a few weeks ago to hear that one of the students, we came full circle back to us that one of the students had used our digital resume tool, sent that to a prospective employer. Prospective employer was able to, get an introduction to the person, see what their skills are, get an idea of their experience really efficiently, and then ended up hiring them. So we're really excited about that. And the way, that is kind of in the vein and in the direction that we're trying to move and support in the industry. And then, there's other members of supply chain in Saskatchewan that contributed in similar ways. Noble Construction, for example, provided some virtual reality software, again, in the vein of that digital transformation that the students were able to access and do some training on as well.
We're going to cover off just a little bit on lessons learned, and I know you never stop learning, and we have the luxury of taking us from ground zero to where it is today, which means there's no lid on it. We can learn things as we go. But one of the fundamental things was that we either developed or had trusting relationships in all four areas. The three areas that I would consider really critical on those pillars is within supply chain. As you see, Brandon and I working together here on this. With Mosaic, we have developed and grown that relationship to the point now where they've taken and put a 5-year commitment toward this program to financially contribute to it for the benefit of the outcomes of those students as well. We also felt that success is spelled in interestingly different ways, but as we hear from industry and other places, it's sustained employment really is where success rides. And not getting a job because there's lots of work out there, but it's sustained employment and growth opportunities, and Brandon alluded to it with what they're doing. And all the students probably start with entry-level opportunities, but they see growth opportunities when they go to the mine sites and they see some of their friends now superintendents, or going for their engineering or becoming a millwright. And those growth opportunities create that sustained employment opportunity. So we're learning as we go. Obviously, there is a real high demand for Indigenous employees. I mean, really, it's such a classic example where we're in the valley there with Cowessess, Cockawistahawk, Ochapawais, and Zagame. All four of those communities are within 20 to 30 minutes from one of the larger potash mines. And these students are going, wow, there's an opportunity here to create a career. And, you know, it's pretty cool to be able to have the lights come on for them. And as I said before, they start out real shy and real green, and boy, there's a lot that goes on there. So the market fluctuations obviously can influence the success of a program like this, and it hasn't held us back, but if you can imagine, the potash industry is just one industry, and it does have ebbs and flows, good times and tougher times, and you know, they're going through a pretty decent time right now, and the market conditions are good, but that can change, you know. So one of the things that we think is critical for us is to expand our program beyond this industry. And so as next steps, we certainly want to look at you know, continuing to offering the program in potash, because the demand is there, as you can see with Brandon showing those numbers before. We had just under 300 applicants for 12 seats on the last run, so we've not exhausted the potash world when it comes to this. We want to develop you know, this curriculum for other industry segments. We're getting tapped on the shoulder to look at uranium as another component. We're huge, you may know this, but we're huge contributors to the uranium industry with Cameco, Orano, and soon to be NextGen as well. And the demand for this type of programming to help those young students in those impacted community areas understand those industries and realize that there's real employment opportunities right under their feet in those places. And of course, we wouldn't be against expanding this to nickel, and copper, and iron ore. So obviously some other opportunities could show their face. So with that, I guess from Brandon's and my perspective, we just want to thank you for the opportunity to share what we think is working well as another pipeline for employment opportunities for our Indigenous youth. And we're absolutely passionate about continuing this and growing it anywhere and everywhere we can. Thank you.